Greetings and welcome back to Winter Wonderland Zoo. As you may have already noticed from this distance, I plopped down a few more decorations out front. And I also copied the flower beds from the parking lot and placed them right where they were needed the most by the entrance. Now, quick update. This is what we built yesterday, a pretty snow globe for the pretty red pandas, and they love it, especially their little house. They seem to sleep a lot. Can't blame them, really cold. I also gifted up a few staff buildings and put down some bathrooms that they can blend in with. Matched up the colors, and as you will see in a second, put a very large bow on this one, because I did not want a ribbon over the door. Now the plan for today is to build a habitat for the Himalayan brown bear, and we're going to be doing that right here. One of the first things I want to make sure that they have is water. So changed a wall to glass, actually one-sided glass. Why is it called one-sided? It's one-way glass because you can see through it one way and not the other. That makes a lot more sense because obviously it has two sides, otherwise it would not exist. That was weird. Yes. So, even though I did in fact in sandbox mode turn off their terrain need, I am still gonna try to meet it. So why turn it off when I'm gonna do it anyway? Well, I want to be able to put down rock where I want rock, long grass where I want that, soil where I want that, without having to worry about being 0.5% into too much soil or too much long grass. I want the leeway of doing it in a way that I think looks good. And I don't think it's that unrealistic actually, because I mean bears live in a lot of different areas, high up in the mountains, not as far up in the mountains, and the terrain's going to be different from one bear's territory to the next. Unless they're sleeping, then they're just in the cave, which we are building now. Now, when you turn off an animal's terrain need, you don't just turn off the animal caring about, is it grass, is it soil? You turn off everything that has to do with terrain, including their space need and their need for water. But like I said, I'm still going to try to meet those needs. And here we are getting into a lot of rock work. I have no idea how many rocks are in this cave, but there was a lot of moving around, flipping them so as not to have the same side out. I don't want it looking like a repeating pattern, even though obviously we have a limited number of rocks, but you can merge them into each other and make it look like, well, kind of like one very large cave, hopefully. The top of it is gonna look a little bit fake, a little bit like a dome, but I'm going to be covering that with foliage later on, and it actually ends up looking pretty good. Speaking of foliage, that is another animal need or animal preference that I turned off because I want to be able to use the same plants throughout the zoo. And if I have an Asian animal here and a North American animal there and a European animal there, they're all going to want different plants. But I have favorited the plants that I want to use in this zoo. So I have a lot of different pine trees, some bracken and some ferns, and they look good together. Not just in each individual habitat, but in the zoo as a whole. I want to have this cohesive look, which is also why I'm going to be using the same rocks in all of the habitats, using these, what are these, tundra, taiga rocks? I may mix the two, mix the tundra and the taiga rocks. That can look really nice as well. And this cave took for absolute ever to build. I have cut out so much of the video. I think this video is more than 2.5 hours long when I loaded it into the program and darn near broke it. Of course, the inside of the cave has to be super, super cozy, and as you'll see later on, I may not be treating these animals quite like you would treat animals in a zoo. I mean, they're kind of anthropomorphized Disney animals, basically. So the cute little pandas got all of their decorations as if they give a hoot about that, and the bears, well, you're gonna see what the bears get. For now, I am just going to let this speed build run, and I'll catch you on the other side. that was it for the speed build. The bears have the coziest cave in the world, and I love it that they choose to sleep in front of the fireplace. Of course, they have an outdoor area too, and this looks quite a bit more natural than their indoor area. Plenty of viewing areas for the guests. And even though I turned off animal stress like I did so many other things, I still used the one-way glass. I also made sure to fulfill their climbing need. Most of the trees are climbable as well, except that one, because that is actually an enrichment item. Nah, look at him, he's so cute. I hope you enjoyed this speed build, and I hope you'll want to come back tomorrow to see me build a restaurant. It will be a gingerbread house, very cute and cozy. Until then, bye.